Good evening, everyone. Let's start today's meeting. Ayush, you can start.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Uh, Today's topic of this presentation is developing a Python-based stock screener for effective.
You have to. Sorry, you have to share your screen.
Yes. Sorry. Just a second. Uh, is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So today's topic of presentation is developing a Python-based stock screener for effective financial data analysis. So in this presentation, we will be examining the benefits of using Python to build a stock screener application for basically filtering the stock based on specific criteria. So like it could be market capitalization or price to earning ratio or etc. So we will be also showing how this app will provide an easy to use interface for filtering stocks data. So there will be user face user interface for users in which they can also use their custom filtering. So overview of this project is firstly the aim is to develop a powerful stock screening tool. So the description of the application is that it will be a Python-based application for filtering stocks using financial data. And the component that we'll be needing is firstly we will needing some APIs, that is a financial data APIs or stock APIs. Then we will be using Python programming language for like processing the APIs and the data associated with it, as well as for the user interface part. So the key features for our stock screener application would be firstly it will have a user friendly interface. So basically user could basically easily filter the stock based on the specific criteria according to their choice. Then there will be advanced data analytics to gain a more or deep insight and make informed decisions. And then finally there will be customizable filters to filter out stock according to our preferences. So now there is the criteria for filtering stocks. So there are many criteria. So most popular are like price to earning ratio, that is P by ratio. So in which we compare the company's current stock price divided by the money earned by company per stock. Then there is market capitalization. So it determines the value of a company based on the number of outstanding shares multiplied by the share price. And then finally, there is dividend yield. So this is used to calculate the percentage return on investment in dividends by a company. So the development process is as followed. So firstly, the steps to develop the application. So basically, first step is to like research through everything. So how application will work, how the APIs will work. Then secondly, they're selecting the appropriate API for our stock screening application. Then we will build the core functionalities like mod like modules and user interfaces. And then finally, we will test our application and refine the application. So the requirements is firstly, we will be developing this application into Python. So we will be needing strong understanding of Python. Then there will be a there then we will be needing the knowledge of financial markets and data analytics. That is the criteria for stock filtering and etc. And the challenges that we will be facing here are like handling the large data. So as we are expecting the APIs from various sites, so it will contain huge data set. Then building a responsive and user-friendly interface to ensure that so that the user will be getting a good interface, and then ensuring data accuracy and relevancy. So now how could we maximize the potential of this financial data APIs? So our application must ensure that it provide the latest and most accurate data. So that is the real-time data it travels. Then it must be flexible so that it must ensure that it can be adaptable and work with multiple source of information. So as I said that we will be extracting the APIs from different sites, so it must be flexible for that. And finally, most important is cost effective. So the using of APIs that are affordable and which will minimize development as well as our operational cost. So the future development part of this project will be that potential enhancement. So like integrating an algorithmic trading features as well as integrating some machine learning technologies to enhance the prediction of the accuracy, and then scaling our application. So like as user base grows, the app should be engineered to scale effectively and efficiently. So like if our user base grow widely, so we will be needing some cloud platform to deploy our application, which will automatically handles the request from various users. And finally, the conclusion is like uh, the Python provides a flexible, easy to use, and reliable environment for building a financial data apps. And then our stock screener provides the necessary tools and filters for analyzing financial data and making informed investment decisions. So this is it. Do you have any questions?
So Ayush, are you done?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm done.
Okay, so you don't have any Q&A slide and also reference slides and
Okay,
also
ma'am.
thank you slide.
Oh, yes, sure. Uh,
Yeah,
like I will add it in my next presentation.
yeah, sure. Okay, I just want to ask, what is the full form of API?
Application programming interface.
Okay, what exactly API is?
Ma'am, can you repeat? Your voice is break.
What is API?
So, ma'am, basically API is something like if you take an example, like I am building a weather forecast application, and I will be needing some real-time data for that. So, like someone has developed some application which are fetching, like which are fetching the weather from the different region for the different region and storing the data. And for my application, I am now needing that data. So I will be asking uh, that service. So like give me our data. So it will send the data in form of API that is in JSON format. So rather than sending whole HTML page, it will be only sending the data in some JSON format. So this sharing or requesting is known as API.
Okay, that's great. You have thoroughly researched about this.
Yeah.
You haven't added any demo portion as well, like no photos,
Uh,
nothing programming related.
uh, can you elaborate it?
Like for example, you're using financial data analysis, like stock, something related to stock analysis, right? So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
don't have any picture about it, like how you are going to do that. Some demo portion, like Python also is used there. So Jupyter
Yes, ma'am.
notebook, something like that. You haven't added anything.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
So theoretical portion was right, but try to add some practical as well so that others can understand it very easily.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. I'm like this was in this presentation I was only needed to give the explanation about the stocks there. Like I was just needed to what you can say, just research about the project, and then I need to ask for new tasks. So there was
Okay.
no practical part in
So
this present.
when you were researching about this, you might have encountered some photos, some screenshots related
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
picture. So what you can do is just add that on your presentations.
Okay.
That will be more effective.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, so you can just stop sharing your screen now.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.